vanilla cream drops, one of our best sellers. This is what they're supposed to look like. All nice and shiny with a nice bottom. This is what we got last time. So it could be two things. One, it could be the chocolate was too thin, or the thing that really happened was the cream was too cool when it was poured, and it will result in a kind of a runny center. Mm-hmm. So these happen. They would get kind of smushed if they were being shipped. Locally, they were fine, but shipping them, that was the last straw. So we just have to pay better attention and take the temperature throughout the dropping process, and we will be able to get cream drops like this.
So how big is this batch?
So it's 12 plus 24, it is 36.
Okay. But how much corn syrup?
Oh, 12.
Okay, 12.
Yep, and then 24 pounds of sugar.
Okay. And then the kettle is how much? Like 24 pounds as well?
That one is 22 pounds.
22 pounds, okay. So that's part of your workout?
Mm-hmm.
Carrying it over to the stove?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the cream batches are always really heavy.
Yeah, so those ones are definitely heavier than the hard candy and stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this is healthy sugar though, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is a good kind.
Yeah. It should be really at the bottom of anybody's healthy food pyramid.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend Domino's sugar.
Wow, that's a resounding endorsement. I wonder what the other dentist recommends. Not eating sugar? And how much water was that?
64 fluid ounces.
The European mind from or basically every other country in the world. The country of Europe.
So I heard somebody say the country of Africa the other day. It's like, yeah.
You ever seen those videos of like people saying like, name a country?
Yeah.
And then there's like Asia?
We had the country of Asia.
Nope, that's a continent.
Africa.
That's a continent. Can you name any country on this map?
Africa?
Africa.
That's a continent.
Oh.
I like to think that those people do know the answer, but like the camera is like making
They're just on the spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I like to think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's
Also,
no brain
they
fart.
like find the ones that are, you know, like 90% of the people are like, just have boring answers like Canada or something. This one gets like super thick too.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the thickest consistency one.
Do you think it's because there's more corn syrup and sugar compared to the amount of water?
Yeah, so we pretty much use the same amount of water for every candy we make in here. So there's definitely a lot more sugar and corn syrup in there. So
That's crazy. Like if you just heat it up, it's gonna turn into liquid soon enough.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna put water on the sides so it doesn't like heat up and crystallize and get stuck on the side of it.
Those will have
And
like
burn.
black specks of sugar in the batch.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's enough of it, it'll taste burnt.
Oh yeah.
You've been chosen to do the honors, Kara.
I feel pretty honored.
I hope you can do
It's
it.
fun.
I hope I can hold something.
I can put it out a little bit closer to the middle, maybe.
Oh.
Here.
Closer to me?
No,
Closer to
you
you.
go in a little bit.
Okay.
We just put it over edge a little bit more.
Gotcha.
You guys have to have a little bit of water at the bottom to start it, right?
Yep.
And what does that do?
Probably just
I think it
stick.
just, yeah, it doesn't like crystallize as much or something on the bottom. I'm not sure.
I thought it was like
Or it does
almost like
crystallize in it.
greasing a pan before you cook something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't stick as much. Oh, there's stuff on the ground.
It might be solid, I'm sure, by the time
Yeah,
you
you can
get to
have to
it.
scrape it off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how hot it is, but how cool it'll get so quick. If it's a small amount. Like this will take, you guys gotta wait, I think like 20 minutes before you can even start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys definitely get your uses out of these couple kettles. Like a couple times a week.
For sure.
Sometimes a couple times a day.
Couldn't live without them. Watch out. It's right there.
Oh, yeah, that has not solidified yet. It's basically just like really, really hot, sweet water.
Saving it for later.
Basically all that is right now. This is invertase. A little bit for this huge batch. And what does it do?
So it creates a better texture for the cream, so it doesn't crystallize and it's more smooth, I guess.
Well, it says so on the side of the bottle.
Yeah, it
right?
says a natural product used to change fondant from a solid to a cream. Use a drop to 1 pound moist fondant, and your chocolate-covered creams will be creamy and smooth after they are dipped.
Wow. And our creams do have a very good texture, so I can attest to that.
Goes.
Oh, you guys just have like a power strip there, you just plug it into and just flip the switch? Oh, nice. Remember you guys used to have to just like plug it into the wall.
Oh, we did.
Back,
I've always
back
had
in the
this.
day.
Yeah, it's always been here for me.
Does it look done?
I like to look in here, see if it goes all the way inside there, then it's not done. But if it kind of stops, like halfway or so, then it's done.
Okay, and it's like very, very slowly approaching. That's a good sign.
Yeah. This one looks done off.
The magic blanket. Now make it all disappear after all my hard work.
It's all gone.
And then you just let that sit for like a day or so.
Yep. And I stepped in a big puddle.
Oh, you guys still have to clean that up?
Yeah.
Alright, I figured you guys would find this very satisfying, so. Maybe you think it's gross? I don't know. I feel like people just like scraping stuff. Like it's satisfying to see it all picked up, all like very cleanly, easily.
Super satisfying.
Do you like the sounds of the starch room?
Oh yeah. Nice and quiet.
Oh, I was gonna say they're like satisfying sounds, but quiet too. Other than Julia and Scott yelling in there.
Semi-quiet.
Honestly, the ASMR videos, like they're the most simple videos to shoot.
Yeah.
But they're the hardest because it's so hard to get everyone to be quiet for like 5 minutes.
We gotta get one of those big red lights, like recording, out the front.
Yeah. You have to make how many of these ones?
Full batch is like 10. Usually I make 11.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I have a little extra.
Just for extra credit.
Extra credit.
You get a report card at the end of the month.
My candy report card.
Now, how come it says that you got a C in enrobing? You have to stay after work to get better at
It's like
enrobing.
extra credit. It's not overtime, it's extra credit. That way we don't have to pay you more.
It's for your own good, Ezra.
Okay. School suspension.
You're like suspended from work. Without pay. About halfway done. Ta-da! Wow, what a magic trick.
This is where your workout in.
Oh yeah. My wrist workout.
Yeah, is it mostly when you feel on your wrist?
Yeah, when you like push on it like that.
Calm the wrist.
Your hands, yeah. It's all the finger strength. So we're just putting it in the double boiler, and then we're going to get it up to 145, and then we're going to drop it into creams. Right. So this is at temp, like 145, and then we're going to add the vanilla.
Okay.
Do you guys have the duct tape on there to differentiate them, or is it like falling apart?
I don't know. I think because the battery thing is like here,
Oh, it's like
it
cracking.
must be like coming off or something.
Huh.
This one's fine though.
That's the good temperature gun.
It's got a little chocolate on it.
So 3 shots of vanilla per full batch.
Nope, actually. 6 shots for a full batch.
Oh.
Just testing you.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad I passed the test.
I always do half batches. That's
Right.
why I only did 3.
Yeah, that makes sense. Doing something out of the ordinary.
That's better. It's crazy how long this takes to like incorporate with the
Yeah. It is. It looks kind of like marbled at first. Just swirly. It does look really cool.
I really like the pumpkin spice one. That one looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. $6 later. No, it's nice. It's crazy. It went from like completely white to like crazy dark brown to just like an off-white once it finally got all incorporated.
Okay.
We said like the pumpkin spice swirling is your favorite.
Yeah, the color in general is really nice.
Mm.
Just looks like pumpkin pie.
Yeah. And then the you guys put the actual pumpkin spice in there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Is that
that adds
like
a lot
a-
of color to it.
Yeah, yeah. So is this like a slightly different paste than most of the other chocolate creams?
You mean like the consistency of the cream?
Well, because it's a slightly different shape.
Oh.
So
okay.
then if you're used to filling like a certain amount.
Yeah. Eventually you just get to a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a little bit different.
Like right when you get used to making all the assorted ones, then you do a different shape.
And we do peppermint patties and maple sticks.
Do you have a favorite?
I like doing the regular creams.
Do you not like doing the zigzag?
To zigzag?
Yeah. Does it feel weird?
What do you mean?
Like, so usually people, they'll fill up the creams down here and then just go back the other way.
Oh,
But you
okay.
always start at the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it's harder and then it just gets easier.
Oh, okay. So,
Because I'm not like reaching over like that.
so
it's
it's
like-
easier for you to go this direction
Yeah.
than the, oh, okay.
Mhm. Like if I went from right to left, it'd be like I couldn't do it.
It would just like feel
it would
backwards.
be like, yeah, it's weird.
So the main thing that you guys have to watch out for this batch though is just to make sure it gets up to temp.
Yeah, so last time, I guess it was a little cold, so the cream was kind of breaking out of the chocolate in the creams.
Do you know how they figured that out?
No, I think Steve. Well, it's probably just happened before where Steve was saying
okay.
it's probably just too cold. So if the cream goes under 140, I'll just turn the fire back on and heat it up
Oh,
so
okay.
it doesn't do that.
So it was like the temperature that it was dropped at maybe was too cold?
Yeah, I think
okay.
so. Or like a combo with the cream beater, like when we make the cream. This is still over 140, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I see it bouncing back and forth between like 141, 145.
Yeah, so if it goes under 140, I'll just heat it up a little bit.
Scott, is that you listening to TikToks over there? No. Oh boy. Oh, we'll take it out of Kara's paycheck anyway, don't worry about it.
Ow.
Does it hurt? Is it like too hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget sometimes that it's just like really hot. It's like Ezra's POV.
morning.
Before you started working here, would you have ever thought that you would make trains like this with a cornstarch?
Before I started working here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is my biggest dream.
No. I mean, like, because
What do you mean?
before I knew that we use cornstarch to make these, I
Oh.
had no idea that like it was just surprising to me.
Yeah, no, it was weird. I definitely never would expect that.
Right.
This is the way that we make it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it would be kind of like, just like how we do chocolate molds or something.
Yeah.
Like we would have big molds or. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you'd think so.
It's
biggest
cool, though.
dream to work.
My biggest dream making chocolate drops. It is fun.
What's your favorite part of the process?
I like. I do like dropping them. I mean, that is kind of like physically like more like taxing, I guess, because you're like reaching over with your shoulders. But it is fun. Getting into like the rhythm of dropping all of them.
Do you find that you can do better if you just kind of like shut your brain off and just let your body go?
Yeah, especially when I'm dropping them.
Right,
'Cause it's
that's
like,
what I'm talking about when you drop them.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So I know that's what other cane makers in the past have said. They're like, in the beginning you kind of have to think, but then once you get more used to it, you actually do better if you don't think. You just
Yeah. The rhythm is like super important.
Did you come up with the 2-1-2-1 ratio, or is that how they just taught you how to do it?
No, yeah, that's a Steve thing.
Steve thing?
Yeah, it's interesting to see how it's evolved over time. So I remember when we first got the enrober, they just did like two.
Yeah.
But
That's what I
that
did for a long time.
Yeah, you can probably just fit one more in because it's a little bit staggered.
Oh yeah. Like this one, doing it just 2 rows compared to the milk chocolate one, it's crazy.
Yeah.
How much faster the milk chocolate goes.
Yeah. But this dark chocolate was still like a huge improvement when we first got it because like my dad used to just cover all these by hand.
Yeah,
all the time.
nah. That's crazy.
Although we didn't have nearly as many sales of these like when we were at the old house.
Okay, yeah.
So it did make it more manageable, but I know like it would take him probably like an entire day just to cover all of these in dark chocolate, or probably even a much smaller amount. That's like a whole day. You don't do anything else. Man down.
Yeah, talk about shutting your brain off for a day. Just doing those all day.
You go watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, you go watch like 4 movies.
Yeah, these seem kind of top heavy, like right here when they go over this belt to
I'm
the other
gonna
one.
be adjusting these a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes that messes with it, and this little space in here.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I like about the milk one is I can adjust all the speeds of the belts and everything on this one, and on that one it just works perfectly. Like you don't have to adjust anything. And
Oh wow.
yeah.
So do you prefer the milk one then?
Yeah. You don't have to really you don't have to pay attention to the temperature, the belt speeds, and everything else. It just makes it easier. That was my test.
Oh, your test run?
Yeah.
Just to like make sure it wasn't blooming or anything?
Yeah, that and like if like those little lever things were off or the speed was off, I could tell.
So what are you looking for exactly when you do a test run?
Well, if it like it has been doing this, like if it moves around on the belt while it's going through, or like if it flips on that thing at the end.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like if sometimes they'll both flip and it'll all just like be like a traffic jam. And
So did you already adjust the part down here?
I still don't really know how to fix the moving on the belt thing. Sometimes it's like a puddle because it lifts the ramp so the chocolate builds up underneath. Could be that.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of variables to consider.
Just gotta mess around with it.
Do you feel like you've turned into more of a chocolate snob since you started working here?
Oh yeah. I can only eat our chocolate pretty much. I had a piece of it was like a chocolate chip or something the other day, and I was like, ew, this is not good. But like before I worked here, I didn't eat chocolate at all. I didn't like it.
Didn't you say, I think it was like what, white chocolate you thought you didn't like or something?
No, I liked white chocolate. It was like milk chocolate, just like regular like candy bar or whatever. Hershey.
Okay.
But it's because it's cheap compound. Or compound chocolate.
Yeah,
you know?
versus the actual really good high quality chocolate.
Yeah.
That's one thing my parents are very picky about, is the chocolate. Or just the ingredients that they use in general. It's not a bad thing to be picky about.
No, that's the best
especially
thing to be
for the
picky
consumers. Oh, we're picky about having good quality ingredients.
Snobs.
Wow, that's what the inside looks like. I wanted to zoom in, but that's as far as I can zoom.
All right, taste test.
Cheers.
Yeah, just make sure to use some words that people who don't have it in their mouth can figure out what it feels like.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
Right off the top, it's kind of like a icing like frosting almost, but like not as sweet. If that makes sense, but still like. Does that make sense? I'm trying to describe it.
It does kind of taste like frosting.
Like a really like
vanilla frosting.
Yeah, like a not overpowering frosting. I don't know. I don't really like frosting that much.
I know that's why we only sell them in dark, because it's already so sweet that if it was milk chocolate, it would be too sweet. Like a lot of people actually didn't buy them when it was milk chocolate. They'd be more like buying it was dark, which is interesting.
Very creamy. Chocolate hits you at the end.
Yeah, I think the dark chocolate helps a lot with like kind of
like
toning down. Yeah, toning down that sweetness. But no, I think it's perfect. I love this. I think this one is one of my favorites. Other than the chocolate buttercream.
I do love this
one. What about the cookie creams?
Okay, yeah, those are definitely.
Oh, Scott invented that. So he's a little bit biased.
Everything's up there for him.
Well, not like all the fruit ones. I like a lot of the like butter ones.
Perfect.
So buttery stuff.
Butter.
Buttery's my favorite food.
That's
and
fine.
just eat sticks of butter. Just literal buttercream.
Literally.
Show us how it's done, Leah.
Okay. Felt like a race for a second.
Yeah, if you don't do it fast enough, I'm gonna have to fire Caitlin.
Oh my god.
You better hurry up.
The stakes haven't ever been higher. In this economy.
In this economy.
Don't worry, I got you.
Pressure's on.
Alright. Was that good?
I guess so. Okay. I guess Caitlin gets to keep her job. What do you have to weigh them up to?
12.6.
Oh, okay. So was it a 12-ounce bag?
Yep.
And you just have 0.6 for the bag?
And this one will be 6.
Oh, okay. So we sell them in 6 and 12 ounces.
So 6.6.
Okay. So you give them an extra 2 ounces just to be safe?
Yep.
So you get an extra 2 ounces of candy?
Well, 0.2.
0.2. Oh, yeah, 0.2 ounces. Nah, not 2 ounces. That would be really generous.
That would be so generous.
We'd really be, making sure that we're...
Honestly, the assorteds, you're probably got an extra 2 ounces. But not these. I don't think that money would fit in a bag either.
Yeah, that's true. They're pretty full, actually, with the 12
really
ounces.
Are.
And with the 6 ounces for the smaller bags.
6.4. Kind of small one. Oh, there's a little guy. 6.8. So a little extra.
What are you packaging over here?
I am packaging our milk chocolate potato chip bark.
Wow. And Amberlyn, I almost called you Caitlin too.
Apple crisp bark.
Oh, that's the bark that you invented.
Yeah.
I noticed you guys are pretty festive today. Well, at least you are. And then Kelly, I think, is also wearing an apron.
Yeah.
Leah's got like a Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet.
That's true,
Yeah.
actually.
So we're really jumping. I was wearing a Santa hat earlier.
Oh yeah, because my dad got like all the Santa hats. Yeah, like a bunch of them
Yep.
that he wanted us to wear. Yep. Yeah, I was
Did you
wearing
get
mine.
yours?
Yeah, I was wearing mine yesterday while I was editing a video.
Okay. I'll start wearing it after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, the Santa hats?
Yeah, like the day after.
Oh, okay. I've noticed today there's been like a lot of customers coming in. Like, it seems like the in-store has been...
Yes.
Christmas shopping is in full
Shipping was till like 3:30.
Oh, wow. And usually you guys have been... Like, in the summer, when would you guys get going shipping?
About 11:30 noon.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, so it's an extra 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it hasn't even gotten to December yet, because December it's going to be even more crazy. Were you here last December?
I was out in December, but I was back for a little bit more fun after that. I got busy.
A little more fun, you said?
I mean, it was still pretty busy after that too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, Caitlin, you're right there. Were you here last Christmas?
Yes, I was.
So how have things been busy-wise this year compared to last year? Like, if this early on?
I feel like it's been busier this year.
Busier?
But I'm definitely I know how to do more things, so I can do more things to help out.
yeah.
So I don't know. But it's busy already, and it's not even Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I feel like it has been busier this year. I think it's probably Scott's fault. Like
Probably,
the TikToks have been doing really well, and like people have been saying they're coming in just from TikTok.
The days fly by when we're busy, so I
Yeah.
can't complain that much. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Keep us busy.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you get back to your little computer alcove.
Thanks.
Everyone's just buried in between the racks of candy. Mom.
What?
I saw that paper in your hand.
And?
Did you tell your mom about it?
the paper in my hand?
Yeah.
No, I sure didn't.
Wow. All right. Well, hopefully she doesn't see this video. But anyway, my question was, before we had those brown resealable bags, did we just have kind of like the same packaging for all the other ones where it's just like a bag and then tied with ribbon or something like that?
Yeah, it was either tied with ribbon, curling ribbon with a tag off the side, or just folded down cellophane bag with a fold over label.
Oh, okay.
Which is like what a lot of the barks still are.
Yeah. But I really do like the fold or the resealable bags, and it's nice for the customers because they can just reseal their candy.
Yeah.
So it's a nice.
But we don't do that for everything also because it's easy. It's hard to get the barks in those resealable bags.
Right.
That can be a tough one. Also, it costs more, so we'd have to charge more. People like to pay less. I've noticed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of decide which sort of bags we're going to use based on like how if the candy can fit in the resealable ones?
And also just depends on how it looks. Like if we think it's going to be a more gifty type item, or if it's more utilitarian, as in.
And then be able to reseal it and hide it.
Yeah.
So no one else can find it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good talk. Hey, I'll hope your mom didn't find out about that paper before dinner.